On the morning of March 14th, 2019, the trading floors of 3 continents fell silent. Not because of a crash, not because of war, but because $2.4 billion belonging to over 40,000 ordinary investors had simply vanished. No explosion, no robbery, just a number on a screen that read 0 where there should have been billions. This is the story of Apex Capital Holdings, a story about greed, genius, and the terrifying ease with which money can disappear in the modern financial world. If you've ever trusted a bank, invested in a fund, or believed that money is safe, this story will change how you think about all of it. We thought it was a system error. We refreshed the screen maybe 50 times. It wasn't a glitch. David Osei, former Apex investor, 2019. Apex Capital was licensed, audited, and rated low risk by 3 independent agencies just 6 months before its collapse. To understand how Apex fell, we first need to understand how it rose. Founded in 2009, the year most firms were still bleeding from the global financial crisis, Apex Capital appeared as a miracle. Its founder, Marcus Raines, a 34-year-old former derivatives trader from Chicago, promised investors something unheard of: consistent 18% annual returns, regardless of market conditions. And for 9 years, he delivered. Every single year, through recessions, through volatility spikes, through the flash crashes of 2010 and 2015, Apex posted profits. It attracted pension funds, university endowments, wealthy families. At its peak, it managed over $2.4 billion in assets from clients in 22 countries. Marcus was the kind of guy who made you feel stupid for not investing with him. He had charts, models, explanations for everything. He was magnetic. Former fund of funds manager, Anonymous. The firm operated from a gleaming 42nd floor office in Manhattan. It employed 200 staff. It had a charitable foundation. It sponsored financial literacy programs. Everything about Apex Capital screamed legitimacy. And that was precisely the point. No major hedge fund in history has ever posted positive returns every single year for 9 consecutive years. Not even Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway managed this. The consistency itself was statistically suspicious. The cracks first appeared in late 2017, and they came from the most unlikely of places. A 28-year-old junior analyst named Priya Mehta working at a rival firm in London. Priya wasn't investigating Apex. She was building a model of the broader derivatives market when she noticed something strange. Apex claimed to run a strategy called volatility arbitrage, buying and selling options to profit from differences in implied versus actual volatility. It's a real, respectable strategy. But Priya's model showed a problem. The positions Apex claimed to hold were larger than the entire market for certain instruments. Imagine someone says they ate 10,000 apples, but the entire apple harvest that year was only 9,000. That's what I found. The math didn't work. It couldn't work. Priya Mehta in a 2020 interview. Priya flagged her findings to her supervisor, who dismissed them. She sent a note to the SEC's anonymous tip line. She received an auto-acknowledgement. Nothing happened. She would later spend 2 years wondering if she'd made a mistake. What Priya had stumbled upon was the core of the fraud. Apex wasn't trading at all. It was fabricating trade records using real market data, a technique that could fool basic auditors but collapsed under rigorous quantitative analysis. By January 2018, someone on the inside of Apex Capital was losing sleep. Thomas Halverson, the firm's head of operations, had worked alongside Marcus Raines for 6 years. He believed in the firm. He had his own retirement savings invested in it. But something had been gnawing at him for months. Thomas had started noticing discrepancies in the reconciliation files, the spreadsheets that tracked where money moved each day. Small ones at first, then larger. Then he found a folder he wasn't supposed to find, a set of backdated trade confirmations, dozens of them, timestamped to dates in 2014 and 2015, but created just months ago. I remember sitting in the parking garage at 11 p.m. with my laptop. I kept thinking, this can't be real. I've been here 6 years, but the files were right there. It was all fake. The whole trading history was fake. Thomas hired a private attorney, downloaded the documents to an encrypted drive, and reached out to the FBI's Financial Crimes Unit. It would take 9 more months for investigators to act, 9 months during which $400 million more flowed into the fund, 9 months during which Marcus Raines was named to a Presidential Advisory Council on Financial Innovation. The backdated files used metadata timestamps that matched Apex's own internal servers, suggesting Raines had access to timestamp manipulation tools. Investigators would later find a custom software tool nicknamed the Architect on a hidden partition of his workstation. When the FBI finally got a warrant in October 2018, what they found inside Apex Capital's systems was breathtaking in its complexity. This wasn't a simple Ponzi scheme where new investor money paid old investor returns. This was 3 layers deep. Layer 1. Apex maintained real trading accounts, small ones. It did conduct some genuine trades, but only enough to generate realistic-looking statements. Real returns here were modest, around 4 to 5% annually. Layer 2. A network of 11 shell companies registered across the Cayman Islands, Malta, and the Isle of Man, each with legitimate-sounding names like Meridian Structured Products Ltd. and Vantage Alpha Partners. These entities appeared as counterparties in Apex's fabricated trade records, lending them the appearance of real third-party transactions. Layer 3. A proprietary software system that generated synthetic trade confirmations, complete with broker codes, ISIN numbers, settlement instructions, and timestamps, all drawn from real market data to ensure the numbers were internally consistent. The system had been quietly running for 7 years. Forensic accountants traced $870 million to real estate holdings, primarily in Dubai, Panama City, and rural Montana. Another $340 million moved through cryptocurrency wallets between 2016 and 2018. The rest, over $1.1 billion, remains unaccounted for. In 30 years of financial forensics, I've seen creative fraud, but Apex was different. Whoever built that system understood the auditing process from the inside. They designed it to pass every standard check. Lead FBI forensic accountant, 2021 court testimony. Here is where the mystery deepens, because when investigators began building their case, they discovered something unexpected. Marcus Raines may not have acted alone, and he may not even have been the mastermind. Suspect 1, Marcus Raines, the obvious answer, the founder, the face, the man who recruited investors and ran the firm. Raines was arrested in February 2019. He pled not guilty. His defense argued he himself was deceived by partners, that he believed the trades were real and that someone else had built the fraudulent system without his knowledge. Prosecutors called this absurd. The jury was not unanimous. Raines' personal emails included messages directing staff to ensure the Q3 reconciliation matches the scenario projections. His personal accounts received $43 million in undeclared transfers. Suspect 2, Dr. Elena Vasquez, Apex's chief technology officer, a former quantitative researcher with a PhD in computational mathematics from MIT. Vasquez designed every software system at the firm. She left Apex quietly in December 2017, 14 months before the collapse. Her whereabouts remained unknown for 2 years. She was eventually located in Lisbon, Portugal, where she had been living under a different name, running a small data consultancy. She was extradited in 2021 and is currently awaiting trial. Suspect 3, the unknown principal, the most disturbing possibility. Buried in the shell company structure, investigators found a 4th layer of accounts, ones that received money even before Apex existed, suggesting the infrastructure for the fraud was built years before the firm launched. If true, someone had planned this from the very beginning, before Rains, before Vasquez, someone who may never have set foot inside an Apex office, someone who used Apex Capital as a vehicle. We found accounts that were funded in 2007. Marcus Rains was a derivatives trader at a small Chicago firm in 2007. He didn't have that kind of money. The question we couldn't answer was who set this up for him and why. FBI Special Agent Carl Whitmore retired in a 2023 podcast. The end came fast. On March 11, 2019, a routine audit by a new third-party firm, one not previously used by Apex, requested confirmation of trades directly from brokers, not from Apex's own records, directly. The brokers had no record of most of the trades. Within 48 hours, regulators were notified. Within 72 hours, Apex's accounts were frozen. When investors tried to withdraw funds on March 14th, the accounts showed a balance of 0. Not negative, not disputed, 0. The legal process had frozen everything. For investors, there was no warning, no letter, no phone call. Their portal simply showed $0.00. I had my mother's pension in there, my own kids' university savings, everything. I'd been telling everyone for years, Apex is the safest investment you can make. I'm still not able to look my sister in the eye. Apex investor, name withheld. The collapse triggered regulatory reviews in 9 countries. The auditing firm that had signed off on Apex's accounts for 6 years, a mid-sized firm called Barton and Hale Associates, was itself investigated for negligence. Among the 40,000-plus investors, a Minnesota teachers' pension fund, $78 million, a Nigerian sovereign wealth vehicle, $120 million, and over 8,000 individual retail investors who had an average balance of $47,000, their life savings. So who is really responsible for the disappearance of $2.4 billion? Marcus Rains was convicted on 31 counts of wire fraud, securities fraud, and money laundering. He is currently serving a 24-year sentence. Dr. Vasquez is awaiting trial. She maintains she was only a software engineer following specifications. The unknown principal has never been identified. But here is the uncomfortable truth that this case leaves us with. Apex Capital passed every official check. It was audited. It was licensed. Its investors were not naive. They included sophisticated institutions with entire risk departments. And yet, $2.4 billion gone. The financial system depends on trust in intermediaries, auditors, regulators, rating agencies. The Apex case is a masterclass in how that trust can be exploited. The fraud worked not because the system failed to look, but because the fraud was designed to satisfy exactly what the system looked for. The lesson of Apex isn't don't invest. The lesson is ask the questions that nobody is supposed to ask. Demand direct broker confirmation. Demand segregated custody. Don't trust the consistency. Be suspicious of it. Priya Mehta, now a financial fraud consultant. And what of the $1.1 billion that remains missing? The FBI has classified the search as ongoing. Some believe it is held in untraceable crypto wallets. Others believe it was moved through networks connected to organized crime in Eastern Europe. A few investigators, speaking anonymously, say they believe the money is closer to home than anyone expects and that the case is far from over. In 2023, a data security researcher discovered that the Architect software found on Rain's workstation shared code signatures with tools used in 3 other separate financial frauds across Europe and Asia. The same author, different crimes, different continents, same fingerprint. The Apex case may be closed, but the Architect, whoever they are, may still be out there. This is your reminder to subscribe because this story is not finished.